Hello everyone. How are you all? I hope everyone is staying home and staying safe. I hope you are very well taking care of your parents as well as yourself and everyone around you. Now, before I start my class, let's start the day with a beautiful message which says that don't burn your opportunity for a temporary comfort. Whenever there are opportunities, you must not just settle with a temporary comfort. You must keep trying for the ultimate success. See, students, success never ends. Success is not a destination, it's a ongoing journey. So never stop, even if you have reached till to your success. After that also keep trying, and always just make sure that you are always in a learning process. Okay, so, hello everyone, this is Gunjan. I welcome you all to my GK classes. Today, we are going to discuss some important chapters which are Country Quiz, Know the UNO, that means United Nations Organization, Central Forces. We will be studying about some of the important central forces and the freedom movement. These are very four important chapters which will help you to know about the world and the different organization, about the different forces, and also about the some freedom movement. So let's start without a further delay. So let's start our class. The very first topic is about the country quiz. We will be answering certain questions which is regarding the smallest country in the world. We will be talking about the world, not just India. We'll be talking about the complete world, about the largest country and certain important facts which you must know. Now again I'll advise you, please, there are total 12, so you can break into 6 and 6 question, or if you want you can break it into 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Please do not just copy the answer. With the help of the help box, just listen to me and then try answering them yourself. Please do not just copy. Okay then let's start our quiz. The very first question says, which is the smallest country in the world? The smallest country in the world is Vatican City. So what you have to do is you have to write the answer in the given space. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. I'll just write it clearly. Okay, fine. The next question says, which is the largest country in the world in terms of land area? Now we are talking about the area. So the largest country in the world in terms of land area is Russia. The country is Russia. Russia is the largest country, and which was the smallest country? Vatican City. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world and Russia is the largest country in the world. Next we have is, which country has given first time voting rights to women? Means earlier in this city women were not given the right. Basically, if I talk about the past and the previous years, women were not allowed to vote. So this was the first country who has given the voting rights to women. So this country is New Zealand. New Zealand is the first country who has given the voting rights to women. New Zealand will be the answer. Next is, which country has the highest sex ratio in the world? That means sex ratio here means male and female. Generally it is seen that somewhere males are more and female are less. But highest sex ratio means that male and female, they both are in equal. Almost equal, not exactly, but highest sex ratio simply means the number of males and females in that country. So the highest sex ratio in the country is of the Estonia. The correct answer here will be Estonia. Estonia is the country where we have the highest sex ratio in the world. Next is, which is the safest country in Asia? Now we are not talking about world. We are talking about Asia. So the safest country in Asia is Singapore. Singapore is the safest country in Asia. Next question we have is, which of the following countries has highest per capita income in the world? The country that has highest per capita income is Qatar. Qatar has the highest per capita income in the world. Now, what is the meaning of this word per capita income? Per capita income, or if I clearly say that the average income, it measures the average income earned per person in a given area in a specified year. That means we are talking about a particular year, and the average income which is earned by a person in that given area in that specified year is the per capita income. It is calculated by dividing the area's total income by its total population. Per capita income is national income divided by the size income. So, I hope this word is pretty clear to you. Moving ahead for the next, which country built the first nuclear submarine? The country which has built the first nuclear submarine is USA. And as you know that USA means United States of America. Next is, which country was the first to use the jet planes in war? Means this country has used the jet planes in the war for the first time. So this country is Germany. Germany was the first country to use the jet planes while in a war. Now, which country started the first TV telecast? So, TV telecast, the first TV telecast, the country that has started is the UK, or if I say United Kingdom. United Kingdom is the first country who has started the first TV telecast. I hope this is clear to you. Next question is, which country used Zero fighters during the World War II? Now first I would like to explain this the answer. The country that has used Zero fighters during World War II, which means Second World War was held in between the year 1939 to 1942, and the country who has used this Zero fighters was Japan. Japan has used the Zero fighters. Zero fighter means zero. It is also called as Mitsubishi or Navy type fighter aircraft. It is a single seat fighter aircraft, low wing monoplane used with the great effect by Japanese during the World War II. It was designed by Horikoshi Zero. It was the first career-based fighter capable of besting its land-based opponents. So this was the fighter aircraft which was named as the Zero fighters, and these were used by the Japanese in Second World War. Next question we have is, which country developed the first space shuttle? The country that has developed the first space shuttle is USA. Again, it's United States of America. The meaning of this word space shuttle is, it is a rocket launched spacecraft which is able to land like an unpowered aircraft. It is used to make repeated journeys between the Earth and the space. So, USA was the first country who has developed this first space shuttle. Last but not the least we have is, on which country was the first atomic bomb dropped? Now see, they have not developed this. This was the country who has suffered because of the atomic bomb on which it was dropped. So this was Japan. Can you name the first atomic bomb which was dropped in Japan? If you can tell any information related to this, if you know anything or if you could find anything, please let me know in the comment section. Moving ahead for our next chapter, is know the UNO. Now, it is a very important topic, the UNO. United Nations Organization, it is an intergovernmental organization to promote the international cooperation and to create and maintain the international orders. A replacement for this ineffective League of Nations, the organization was established on 24th of October 1945, that means after World War II, in order to prevent another such conflicts, because there were many conflicts before the independence. So in order to avoid these type of conflicts, it is a international intergovernment organization. Please do not just confuse with the word. It is an intergovernmental and international organization. So let's find out the answers of the given questions, and we will be studying more about the UNO. First question says, in which year was the UNO awarded for the Nobel Peace Prize? That means it is very much clear that the United Nations organization has also won the award, which is the Nobel Peace Prize. So, in which year they have won this? They have won this in the year of 2001. C. The correct answer is C. They have won the Nobel Peace Prize in the year 2001. Next is, how many member countries did the UNO have on its formation day in 1945? See, as we have already studied that it was established on 24th October 1945. So, since it is an organization of intergovernmental organization, so you have to tell how many member countries were there at the time when it was established. So, there were total 51 countries at the time of its formation. Next question is, how many official languages do the United Nations have? Now, United Nations have different official languages, so the number of official languages that it has is 6. It has 6 official languages. Can you name all the 6 official languages of the UN? If yes, please write to me in the comment section. I'll be happy to know the information. Now, next question is, what is the term of a non-permanent member of the Security Council? Now, they are asking about for how many years this non-permanent members of the Security Council serve in the UN. So, it serves for the 2 year. A non-permanent member of the Security Council serves the UN for 2 years. That means it is a non-member for only for 2 years. Next question. I hope everyone knows this. I need not to tell. When was United Nations Organization founded? It was founded on the October 24, 1945. Next question we have is, who was the first Indian to be the president of UN General Assembly? So, the first Indian president, we are not talking about the first president, we are talking about the first Indian president who was the president of UN General Assembly. It was Srimati Vijayalakshmi Pandit, that means A. Srimati Vijayalakshmi Pandit was the first Indian to be the president of UN General Assembly. Next we have is, which of the following is not? Remember, the word not is not one of the official language of the UNA. So out of the 3 languages written here, I'll just clear the screen. Out of the 3 languages written here, Arabic, Spanish and Italian, which one is not the official language? Arabic. So that means 2 have already been written, that Spanish and Italian are the official languages, but Arabic is not the official language. So our answer will be Arabic. Arabic is not one of the official language of the UNA. Next we have is, which specialized agency of UNO list World Heritage Sites? So this is the specialized agency of UNO who list the World Heritage Site. Also, after answering this question, the answer is UNESCO. You have to tell me how many world heritage sites are from India. Means India has how many world heritage which have been given as the tag of heritage site, world heritage site by the UNESCO. So you have to tell me how many world heritage sites are there in India. Next question we have is, who coined the term United Nation? Now this is formed, but who has given this name United Nation? So the person behind this is Franklin D. Roosevelt. Franklin D. Roosevelt has coined this term UN, that means United Nation. Next is, how many members does the Economic and Social Council have? Now, how many members are there in the Economic and Social Council? So, I would like to tell that there are total of 54. There are total of 54 Economic and Social Council members. Okay, I hope this is quite clear to you. Now, moving ahead and continuing this topic, we have is, see, here are some of the clues given about some specialized organization. We have been answering some questions regarding to the specialized organizations. Okay, one was UNESCO, right? UNESCO was for the World Heritage Site, who list all the World Heritage Site. So similarly, we will be studying about some of the specialized agencies of the UN, and there are some hints given on the basis of which you have to answer these questions. So let's start. First is, this agency seeks to promote health and welfare for all across the world. Right now this is in very much news. ये काफ़ी न्यूज़ में है students. WHO, because of the situation of COVID-19, it is none other than the World Health Organization. World Health Organization, and as you can see the word health, so it is World Health Organization. World Health Organization seeks to promote the health and welfare all across the world. Here you can see their logo as well. You must have seen this in news also. Okay, since it is so much in news, you have to tell me who is the current head. Who is the current head of WHO? So if you know the answer, please write to me in the comment section. Next we have is, this agency seeks to promote the peaceful use of nuclear energy and to inhibit its use. I'll just clear the screen. Okay. This agency seeks to promote the peaceful use of nuclear energy. Okay. So that means we will be talking about nuclear energy. As you can see, N is not there, but E is there. So definitely we will be talking about the energy. To inhibit its use for any military purpose, including nuclear weapon. So this organization is International Atomic Energy Agency. You can see the logo here. I'll just write. It is International Atomic Energy Agency. So the correct full form of IAEA is International Atomic Energy Agencies. Next we have is, this agencies lends money to nations in need through the funds collected from member nation. Means this is a organization where many members, where many nations are its member, and it always lends money to the nations who are in need of money with the help of the funds collected from these member nation. So this is, as the name suggests, that it is collecting funds, or if I say money, the agency is International Monetary Fund. International Monetary Fund. So this is the correct answer. International Monetary Fund lends money when the countries are in need of money. Here you can see the logo also. This is the logo of IMF. Next we have is, this agency seeks to promote international collaboration through educational, scientific and cultural reform. Means this agency is promoting the international collaborations with the help of what? Educational, scientific and cultural reforms. So I'll just write, this is quite big. It is UNESCO and its full form is UN, that means United Nations. Since it is promoting educational, scientific and cultural reforms, so the full form is basically accordingly. UNESCO stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and cultural organization. Cultural organizations. UNESCO stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. It stands for, I'll repeat if it's not clear, I'll just zoom and show it to you. United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Reforms. Cultural organizations. So I'll just repeat once. UNESCO stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. You can see the logo here. It's written also UNESCO. Next we have is, this agency, which was established in 1961, that means the year is also given. It was established in the year of 1961. According to the WFP, it provides food assistance to an average of 80 million people in 75 countries every year. That means, since we are talking about some food assistance, means food help is given to an average. This is just the average, that it is helping the people so that food assistance can be given. It is helping every year around 80 million people in 75 countries. So the full form is World Food Program. World Food Program. See, wherever I was written, it was standing for international, and wherever W is written, it is standing for world. Since we are talking about food assistance, so F stands for food and P stands for program. You can see the logo also here. This is the logo of World Food Program. Now, moving ahead for some of the important full forms. These are the abbreviated names of important international organizations that are connected with the UNO. These are connected with the UNO, so we have to write their full form in the blanks. So space is given, so you have to write the complete full form. Okay, fine, then let's start. WMO. WMO stands for the World Meteorological Organization. Meteorological Organization. WMO stands for World Meteorological Organization. Next we have is ICAO. It stands for International, I'm writing International Civil Aviation Organization. ICAO stands for International Civil Aviation Organization. International Civil Aviation Organization. Next we have is FAO. FAO stands for the Food and Agricultural Food and Agriculture Organization. Food and Agriculture Organization. FAO stand for Food and Agriculture Organization. Next we have is CARE or CARE. CARE stands for the Cooperative. C stands for Cooperative. For cooperative for what? Assistance means help and relief everywhere. CARE stand for Cooperative for Assistance. I'll just show you. It stands for Cooperative for Assistance and Relief Everywhere. Next we have is UNIDO or UNIDO. So it stands for United Nation. Since UN is there in UNIDO, it will simply UN means United Nation. IDO. IDO stands for the Industrial Development, and O stands for Organization. Since we have written so many, O stands for Organization. So I'll just repeat. UNIDO stands for United Nations, I for Industrial, D for Development, O for Organization. So United Nation Industrial Development Organization. Next we have is WBG. WBG stands for World Bank Group. WBG stands for the World Bank Group. Next we have is UNICEF. UNICEF stands for again UN is United Nations. UNICEF. So next is Children's Fund. UNICEF stands for United Nations Children Fund. Last but not the least we have is ILO. ILO stands for International Labour Organization. So I for international, O for organization, and L for the labor. International Labour Organization. So this was some facts about the UN and the related agencies. Moving ahead for our next chapter, we have is central forces. See, there are some central forces. Below this you can find the logo of each and every central force. So we will be discussing about the central force. Basically we will be studying about the full form, what they do actually means. You must have heard these names in newspaper many a times, so these we will be explaining. BSF. BSF is the abbreviated form of the border. This is our Border Security Forces. Border Security Forces. BSF stands for the Border Security Forces. Next we have is CAPF. So CAPF means Central Armed Police Forces. CAPF means Central Armed Police Forces. Next we have is CISF. Again, C stands for Central. Next is I, that means Industrial. Security Forces. CISF means Central Industrial Security Forces. Next we have is CRPF. Again, C is there, it means Central. Central. R stands for Reserved. Reserve. P, Police. And F, Force. CRPF stands for the Central Reserve Police Force. Next we have is ITBP. ITBP stands for Indo-Tibetan Border Force. Indo-Tibetan Border Police. Just a second, I have ITBP, last is P. So ITBP stands for Indo-Tibetan Border Police. ITBP means Indo-Tibetan Border Police. Next is NCC. NCC means National Cadet Corps. National Cadet Corps. Next we have is NSG. NSG means National Security Guard. NSG means National Security Guard. I'll just clear the screen. Next we have is RPF. RPF stands for Railway Protection Force. Railway Protection Force. RPF stands for the Railway Protection Force. Next we have is SPG. SPG stands for the Special Protection Group. SPG means Special Protection Group. Now next we have is SSB. SSB means Services Selection Board. Services Selection Board. So these are some of the central forces who have been protecting the India from all the sides in all the different ways. So these were some of the important central forces. You can see their logos. So now moving ahead, we have is the freedom movement. The freedom movement, you have to match the historical events with the dates and year in which they took place by numbering them. You don't have to draw the line. Please don't draw the lines. You have to write the numbers. Suppose this is 1. So Chori Chora incident, write 1 in front of the answer. So we'll be discussing this way. So let's start. Chori Chora incident. It took place in the year of 1922. So just write 1 in front of 1922. Next is Dandi March. Dandi March incident. It took place in the year 1930. So just write 2 in front of 1930. Next we have is formation of Gadar Party. Formation of Gadar Party, it was done in the year of 1913. Next we have is formation of the Indian interim government. The formation of Indian interim government was in the year August 1946. Next we have is formation of the Indian National Congress. It was formed in the year of 1885. Next is Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Gandhi-Irwin Pact was signed in the year 1931. Next is India's first war of independence. It was in the early 1857. 1857 was the year where the India's first war of independence took place. Next is Indian Independence Act. Indian Independence Act took place in the year August 1947. Next we have is Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre took place in the year April 1919. Next we have is Khilafat movement. Khilafat movement took place in the year of September 1919. Next we have is non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement incident, it took place in the year of 1920. Next is Quit India movement. Quit India movement took place in the year of 1942. Next is Simon Commission. Simon Commission was there in the year of 1927. Last is Swadeshi movement. Swadeshi movement incident took place in the year of 1905. So I'll just show you the correct sequence. 7, 5, 14, 3, 9, 10, 11, 1, 13, 2, 6, 12, 4 and 8. So that's all for today. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning everyone. Thank you all for listening. God bless you all. Thank you everyone.